Across the United States. What's going on, ICers?
First shot here for the stretch. He's got that.
Out here, I just finished off doing the job. Thanks to all the new subscribers. First time. Wow. Before I start the video, I want to say thanks for my new subscribers. What's going on? You guys are good. Hope you guys are safe. You can actually tell them that for today. Remember, I'm doing on-demand work. Ring the bell. Once you grab. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time, welcome. If it's not, thanks for coming back. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button, okay? I'm going to be putting up some more videos. A lot more videos. I got a lot more time to my hand because I got a nice little sweet deal. I'm only working a few hours a day. But today's video, medical couriers. A lot of people talking about this medical courier work online, social media. You know, medical couriers making this, making that, making this. This video is for you if you're interested in that type of work. I'm going to tell you how much you will expect to make, what type of vehicle you're going to need, what type of stuff you may deliver, where you're going to deliver to, what else you're going to learn, you know. If you could work with people, so you could work with your husband or your spouse, or if you have, you know, like some relatives that have a car and they want to work, you guys should put them on to work with you if the company gives you the opportunity. Okay, medical couriers is basically you bring in medication. You're either going to bring medication to like a CVS or you're going to bring medication to a hospital or a hospital. Okay, you can either bring medication that patients need to go get filled, or you're going to be delivering medication that's already been filled. So it's a pharmacy sending the medication, or the pharmaceutical company sending the medication to the pharmacy. It's either or. And also you can get, you know, people's homes. You can deliver diabetes medication, or you can deliver any type of medication that the patients may be needing in their home, especially if they have like a home nurse that visits. You know, can you expect to pay on this type of work? You know, it ranges. What type of vehicle you would need? Mostly these jobs, you're going to require a fuel efficient vehicle, because when they advertise these jobs, they're going to advertise it to people who are almost like retired. They need to, you know, a little bit of extra income, because a lot of this work does not pay too well. You know, you want to try to get a job or a route or get with a company who obviously is going to pay you some pretty good money, because a lot of these companies aren't paying too good for this. I know you see videos on social media. I'm making $1,000 a day, whatever they want to say they make. But at the end of the day, these companies don't really pay. You know, they can either put you on a route, which you will go to the same locations every day, pick up specimens, and then bring them to the laboratory. You do that a few times a day, or a company may be delivering medications to someone's house. They may just put a run together, 4 or 5 stops, send you on your way, probably pay you $25 a stop. Last company I did this with, BVEX, they was paying, depending on how far you went, they'll give you $1 a mile. Once you do 50 miles, it'll go more than that. So, you know, on average, you know, you could make some pretty good money. That was with actually not BVEX. I was actually with got it right over. US Pack. But anyway, so they will pay you that way. Either pay you per stop, or they'll pay you a route for one day worth of work. I see a lot of things out there for like $125, $150 a day. That's all in the car. Fuel efficient vehicle, hybrid, something small. They'll put you up on that, and a lot of stuff doesn't really pay too good. But there are companies out there that do pay. What pays more? Stats is you got to go now. They send you with one thing, and they're going to send you far, and you have to rush. A lot of these jobs are 24 hours because people need their medications 24 hours a day, especially when you deliver into nursing homes or hospice. And sometimes people's homes, they will run you 24 hours a day. Some companies do. Some companies will give you really good money for stats. Stats is basically another word for it's got to go now. It's kind of a last minute emergency. So those usually pay more. So when you apply for these things, you could either, like I said, you could either get on a route morning runs, afternoon runs. Sometimes they do overnight runs. Sometimes they'll put you on demand, which is basically standby. They'll call you when they got something for you. The bad thing about this is they don't pay you to wait. They're not gonna pay you to be waiting, on standby for some work. So that's the bad thing about that one. But yeah, just there's a lot of companies out there, a lot. Just I just did a quick search on my tablet here, and there's like so many in my area, and I'm in Massachusetts, like Boston area. Medical courier companies in your area. You're gonna get a lot. A lot of them are gonna be like little small mom and pop shops. Like people like me, they may want to recruit you, and like you be the third person on the totem pole. You don't want to stick with those. You want to stick to the big ones. In my area, there's people like T4 Expressmen. That's a big company around here. BVAX is no longer around here. MedMinder. Let me see another big one in my area. World Courier. Allstate Courier. Those are big companies. These are all big companies. These are in the Massachusetts area. Boston, no. Nope. These are all small ones. You want to stick to big companies, okay? Fleet Couriers is another one, but they got bought out by another big company. MedFirst, Premier. But anyway, you can just do a quick search in the area, and you just find something. There's always just tons of it. When they put you in the office, you're gonna obviously negotiate. They're gonna tell you what they need from you. They're gonna train you. They're gonna give you a bag. You're gonna get a cooler bag to put the medication in. To keep it cool. You get 2 bags. You get one to put some ice packs in it to keep the stuff refrigerated, and you get another bag to put the room temperature. You put it in it, transport it, deliver it. That's just doing medical. Like medication. If they're gonna offer you a cooler, a lot of times they'll give you a cooler. Now, the other type of medical delivery is like when you go to a CVS or a Walgreens, or you may deliver to a Walmart. Okay, these are out always. You need to do these like in a van. You do it in a van, small box trucks. Nowadays, they stuff in these vans with like 25, 30 stops. When I used to do this back in the day, I did it with BVAX. Let's show some stuff here. When I did this back in the day, I did this with BVAX. I had my nephew, and I had one of his buddies working with me. That was going to CVS, Walgreens, all of the pharmacies. You get about probably 10, 12 stops a day. Your average pay would be 180, 220, 225. It was all short runs. Usually take about 4 to 5 hours to complete. And that was you can do that. Gas was cheaper when I was doing it back then, so you could get paid $220. You can make money because you was only working about 25 hours a week on this. Gas was cheap. I was paying my nephew, I think, like $350, $375 a week to work a part time. Back then, minimum wage was like $10 an hour, maybe, or probably even less. I forget, but he liked it. He worked a little part time in the morning. That was through BVAX. Now, they want you to have a high top van. They give you 25 stops. BVAX is no longer in business. They lost their contract to, I think it was T-Force in my area. T-Force is not T-Force. The other one there, not T-Force. Anyway, they lost the contract to Lasership. That's the one they lost the contract to. But not Lasership, just sends a lot of stuff. And, I've never worked for them before. I've talked to them before. I walked in, spoke to them before in the past, but nah. It's not my my cup of tea. So I never worked with Relationship, and I think I never will work with Relationship. But I think I'll get a relationship, but the conversations that I had with them, no. Another companies that do that in my area, you guys may know them as T-Force, but T-Force they pay in my state is different because they get a lot of lawsuits for some reason. But they was also known as Dynamics. Here, that's my ID from back in the day. Bam, right there. Just I don't bull crap. I work for them too. That's my ID for them. they actually do, in some states, they do the pharmaceuticals. Because they do have a place in Rhode Island. So if you're in Rhode Island, you can get T-Force. T-Force Medical Logistics. They do medical there. Their pay's all right, but the thing with T-Force is if you're in a van, they're gonna want to hire you hourly, plus they'll pay you per mile, which it's kind of like they want to give you minimum wage, and then they'll give you, I think it was like 45 cents a mile, 50 cents a mile. So when they started doing that with me, that's when I left. Because when I was with T-Force, I was a master IC. I did mail, and I did pharmaceuticals, and I did van work. And I had, at one point, probably 12 people working there. But, they got a big lawsuit, so they changed the way they did business, which was, they started doing hourly employees. I stepped away. A lot of my drivers stepped away. Some stayed, but then quit because it wasn't averaging out. They wasn't making any money, hourly plus miles. They were making more money, just do straight up 1099. But those are the ones that, that in my area that do it. There's a lot of ones. There's a lot of companies do them. A lot of national companies do them because they just take over the contract for a lot of these big lab companies like LabCorp. It's another big one. I forget the name of it, but yeah. And another company out there you see a lot is this one is US Pack. Okay, US Pack is a company I work for. I did pharmaceutical for them too. I was delivering medications to people's homes. The pay was really good. If you go to my YouTube video, there's a video of when I was doing US Pack. Pay was good, but now the pay just went down, and I think they're no longer in my area. Something happened. They got a lawsuit too. A lot of these companies get sued. But anyway, so those are the companies that you can work for. Some pay better than others. You just gotta watch out what they're offering and see if it suits you. As far as insurance, you don't need any special insurance. You just get regular car insurance. A lot of these companies are gonna ask you to put them on your insurance policy, which is not gonna be good. They're gonna ask you to, add them as an additional insurer. But you will need insurance. They will also tell you what type of insurance you need. So don't go buying insurance if they're not gonna, don't go buy insurance because they may provide it. Sometimes they may provide it for $5, $10 a week. So, just see what they need first before you go buying anything. And a lot of these companies will also let you work with people, so you can bring someone on to work with you. They'll pay you, and then you pay that person that's working for you. But very simple. This is one of the easiest things you can do. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing that you need to buy a whole seminar for. Like I said, every single company will train you. Okay, you could have experience, but from my experience, I have a lot of experience in doing all types of stuff. As you can see, look, this is only the IDs that I've kept. I've done a lot of companies. They will train you. They will put you on 1-day training. They'll start you out slow. They'll give you a phone. They'll probably sell you like a scanner, something like this. For those of you who do the totes, the totes you gotta scan. Does this even work? The little totes, you got to scan the little barcodes, you load it in your truck, and they give you 35 stops. They'll give you this, they'll sell it to you. This I got through BVAX. I've had this for probably like 8 years. And it still works. Because I use it with other things too. It's like a digital little pocket scanner, barcode reader, so you don't have to, use your phone, because a lot of guys use a camera phone. But that's that. Like I said, they'll give you everything. They'll give you everything you need. Sometimes they'll tell you what to get. It's simple. It's not a big fuss like people make it seem online, but it's very easy to get. Medical couriers and companies in your area. You could look. I got probably like 40, probably more than that. But a lot of these companies are, the little people that advertise. They're not really big companies, because I bump into them all the time. They just a little small guy there in his house. They gave him, let's say, they gave him 20 a stop, and he wants to give you 15 a stop. He wants to make 5 a stop just by sending you. It's a lot of those people out there, so you gotta watch out for that. Okay, you know, a lot of these people, like, they don't have an office. They'll meet you at Dunkin' Donuts somewhere, and they're like, hey, you know, they'll sign up. You know, they don't really do a background check. Those are the ones that they're like piggybacking off you, and then so they'll make you the third person on the totem pole. But there's a lot of those, so you gotta be careful. But you know, a lot of these companies, you know, they'll have you sign up something online, and then they'll have a recruiter to call you. When the recruiter calls you, you could negotiate. Always negotiate. Who was the one that called? Last recruiter I spoke 2 years ago, I think it was with US Pack. US Pack. They were starting off something new, delivering for an auto parts store, and not O'Reilly's, the other one. Anyway, it was an auto parts store, and they was paying like per hour. I think it was like 16 something an hour. And then you had to work 8 hours. But basically they were giving you like 150 for 8 hours of work of your time to deliver auto parts stores for auto parts store. And when you broke it down, it was like 16 an hour. I was able to negotiate like 19 an hour back then, but I didn't take the job. I was just testing the waters, and they weren't paying. I actually wanted more. I wanted like 220 for my time. But I didn't want to do 8 hours. I didn't want to do past 3 o'clock and whatever. It didn't work out. But they were willing to negotiate. So it's always negotiate. Ask for more if you think it's too little. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this video short. But yeah, medical couriers, man. If you made it this far in the video, comment in the comment section, medical couriers. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Any questions? I may have left some stuff off. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section. I will get back to you. And don't forget to do your self-employed tax credit. If you guys are self-contracted right now, you get some extra money. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.